Hey boys and girls, it's Night Stalker here. Welcome along to Sun City Siege. Check it out. Today we're going to take a whole bunch of pikes. So I was talking in my previous videos about how I would follow up with some pikes, and especially if you're going to use these pikes, how you're going to get a generally lower score because you're a support unit, right? The Imperial Pikes, for example, they don't really get a lot of kills. They definitely stop cavalry or flatten units, but they don't generally kill them. And the Fortebraccios generally, as soon as cavalry players see them, they just turn and back away, as you might expect, right? So let's see what happens in today's video. We'll see if we can get some kills. You know, ideally I'd like to get to that 100 kill mark, but I'm much more interested in supporting my team and winning the game. You don't have to get a high score on that end plate to really make a massive contribution to your team. In my world, at least, it's much more important that I win the game than get a good score. So we're going to play for that. First thing we're going to take in is a Pike Militia. Because, well, they're pikes, right? And Pike Militia, not really that useful on cavalry, you might have noticed. Certainly not tier 5 gold cavalry, they just get absolutely butchered, right? Against things like Armiger Lancers or Coutiliers or any of the other blue-green cavalry, they do a lot of good damage. But you don't see them a lot, right? So what are we going to do? Anyway, let me just adjust my mic here. There we go. We're going to jump on this ballista and see who we can see. I see a lot of our guys. A lot of our guys. Holy heck. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of our side's cavalry. Possibly more. It's a little confusing as to who's who, to be perfectly honest. A little bit of a dust storm. That's right, my giant ballista bolt here is going to continually burn. Okay, you were just putting up ladders, huh? I'll kick one of these down for the weekly quest. We'll go back to the ballista. Oh, that's some cavalry there. How far can we traverse? Gutted. If we could traverse a little bit more, we might have killed some cav. Is he going to wander past me? Who's that? Oh, that's a friendly one. Look at him. Bother. Never mind. I guess we've pretty much used up our usefulness here, and I'm just wasting time. I'll just go and kick another one of these ladders down, I think. We're not going to get shot, I hope. And we'll start looking for something useful to do. This poleaxe looks like he needs a good beating. Conveniently enough, we've got lots of people here to give him that beating. Do we need to bring our guys forward? They're only farmers. They're all still getting raided down the bottom. I just don't want to get trebucheted is the big deal up here. On this particular map, it's very easy to get trebucheted on the wall. Nice wide wall, easy to see. So those farmers have decided that they think they can beat stalwarts. Good luck to them. Plenty of murders. They're going to push all the way down. Don't do that with your big powerful units. Don't push down the siege tower. He's very lucky he didn't get trebucheted. And you can see how I'm just walking left and right, left and right, left and right. So I make a very poor trebuchet target. And hopefully people will ignore me. So we just keep doing this. Yeah, it's easy to control them while you're still kicking down ladders. And it doesn't look like anyone's going to come up. So I guess we'll put these guys back in reserve. We'll go and see if we can make a nuisance of ourselves. Maybe we'll get some artillery out. Any targets? Imperial Pikes over there. They're barely pushing. And you can hardly blame them for that. They have just got absolutely cav stomped. Lost all of their peasants and things like that. And probably at least a unit of cavalry or two. Quickly heal them on the way past. What's everybody got? Alright. Let's do the artillery thing, I think. I do like flamey death sticks. Maybe just put it over here a bit. At least half the trebuchets won't hit me then. Will that shoot over the sandbags? Probably not. Much better spot. They've still got plenty of artillery around. I don't know how long this is going to last. Pew 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 pew. Have some flamey deaths. Ouch! I guess I got my own flaming death stick. Well, I'm going to really push my luck and see if we can shoot up some of these cavalry or something. I just hoped he'd miss me. Never mind, he needs to reload, and so do I. Never mind about that at all. Alright, we'll just wander backwards and forwards a little bit. Try not to get shot. They are taking B, or trying to, but our team looks to be pushing them off. And there's a trebuchet. Definitely trajectory towards B. I'll see if I can just sort of hide slightly behind the artillery here and see if he can hit that. Well, he got a miss that time. See if we can skid this guy off his little puny cannon. Culverin. Oh, he missed again. Lovely. But I really am courting death. Ever since I dropped my my toughness down, my hit point producing toughness on my character stats, I can no longer take a hit to the head. If you have got a maximum toughness longsword with gear that gives you extra health, you can still take a ballista to the head, as long as it's not any higher than a blue tier. A is getting pretty slammed. I should probably start thinking about heading over there. We have got a lot of guys there. I don't know if I really want to move in here because we'll make a nice juicy treb target, but they have got a lot of lightly armoured but high tier troops there and some stalwarts which we can help to demolish. Stabby, 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 stabby. Gosh, Pike Militia are so good. If you have this unit, all you got to do is just move them into the enemy in a giant block here and just hit the 1 key and they'll drop into the brace. They do double hit and they stun units. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's that treb. Arg, arg, arg. Run, run, run. Hasn't really saved us. I think we took more damage from javelins than anything. Here we go. We'll just stabby the last of these stalwarts, and then we'll get on to something more important. Ooh, pike guard. It was very well timed from that pike guard player, and these shields need to move back. Try and slash them. Now they've finished their advance. Now, with the longsword, old or anything that does nice cease. Oh. Look at this. This guy here with his years of training, his months of experience and tons of game knowledge, pressed 1 skill button and killed me. I am so impressed by that. It takes a lot of skill and game knowledge to get that sort of kill. Never mind. I'm not dark at all. It is what it is. There's something like that in every game. Not everything is balanced. And because Maul, of course, you can buy with real money, they will never get rid of it. I can tell you that. It's a business plan, right? But they are a business and they do have to make some money. Okie dokie. Why don't we cav up, I think. So, Coutiliers. Do you see how I've dressed them up? I put the heaviest armor looking skin on them and the heaviest barding skin on them as well. And as you'll notice, they look incredibly like armiger lancers. Now there's a very good reason I dress them up like this, and I'll see if I can show you how you can use this to your advantage. Nobody knows that they're a 130 green tier trash unit looking at them, right? They're very, very difficult to tell apart from the armiger lancers when dressed up like this. So we'll just go look and see what we can do. There our cav. Actually here, I'll just show you. I'll bring them over and you can see. See how alike they look with the armigers? See that? So we're going to try and intimidate people and get them to change their behaviour or change their tactics. Bit of IQ sort of play here. And this unit here, see these guys here, how they're the same unit, right? But they're dressed differently. They don't look as intimidating. Can we help it be? Certainly not with the Coutiliers. There's more, because there's more stuff on top of the wall there. I think we might just have to go and show our face at least. Our healing ability is really useful for the team in the sort of block-ups. We don't know if these are injured, but I'll give them a heal anyway. And we'll go and see if we can return the favour on one of these mauls. We certainly return the favour to his unit. That'll teach you to 1-button skill me. See if we can slap him around a bit. Can we chase him? Come here, you. What? What? Okay, so apparently I jumped off the wall. I don't know how that happened. But then apparently I was on the ground with no damage taken, which I also don't know how that happened. Moving right along. Nice javelins. Good timing on that. Alright, so I don't want my Coutiliers to get found just lurking at the back there, so it's about time I went down and used them. Let's go see who we can scare. You can see some people hanging around the sea point, and see those red dots are moving quite fast. They're going to be cavalry. Got a shield unit facing the wrong way. Let's see if we can intimidate these into charging. We're not going to win the charge against them. We might do some damage though. We're certainly stunning them, so it's not a total waste of time. But they were quite nicely baited into charging there. And that is the end of that unit of hussars. Alright, we've still got enough of them to cause people some worries. Watch this, here we go. See these ASAPs? They will not stand and face me. They have no idea that I'm trashed here cavalry. As long as I just keep them just out of range, they know that they can't come through here. So I'm blocking this entire passage here from the enemy team. Ooh, we'll just move these guys out the way. We're too smart to get caught out by that. Now those are armoured lancers. You can see the very slight difference. Mostly in the spear. Now these Imperial Pike Guard, I really don't want to just hang around forever, so what we're going to do is we're going to bait them into using their advance. And now they're out of the game for about 50 or 60 seconds. Because they're no good at all without that advance, and all their cavalry is safe from them for at least, you know, pretty much a minute. And I need to get out of here. Look at the map, they're all coming to here. So, you know, we just mucked around with those. Did a little bit of psychological warfare there. And certainly we took out the Imperial Pike Guard for being useful for a little while too. Did we get any kills? Well, I don't know if we really did. We might have got one or two. But that's life. We weren't there to try and get kills with the Coutiliers. It was never going to happen versus the ASAPs and the Hussars and the Imperial Pike Guard. But of course we didn't also just want to muck around doing nothing for a long time. So we might as well commit them and come back and use something useful to our team. Now it looks like we're going to lose, see? We might retain it. We have got quite a bit there. But I might actually go and support these archers and things, because if those cavalry are coming through. These are hussars, see they're very long lance. But yeah, this cavalry's not going to want to stick around now. They're getting shot to bits, and this other cavalry won't even bother with those puppies because he'd be annihilated. Nice to see them all get shot at point blank range by Pavese crossbows. I always enjoy such a thing. Ooh, look at the shields. Look guys, we're running away. We're running away. We are afraid of you. Oh, we're so scared. We're so scared. We're so scared. Oh, don't advance on me. Uh-oh. Get the feeling you made a mistake, Chief? Huh? Although we would never normally be able to kill this unit, because we've got so much rage behind us, they just get devastated as soon as those shields come down. And we're going to make it out of here. Thank you, Mr. Glaive. So we're going to get to recycle the unit. Let's see how many units we can flatten, or how many units we can turn away when we're doing this sort of carry on with the Imperial Pikes. I think I'm going to do the team play thing, is the purpose of the video after all, and I'm going to protect the re-entrance against these horrific cavalry charges. So of course this map, Sun City Siege, it's definitely a cavalry map. There's so much open space and nice charge lanes for cavalry, so if you've got Imperial Pikes and you can use them in this manner, you're going to benefit your team in a great way. Something about the Imperial Pikes too, is it might seem the top line is the best line for you. It'll certainly do. Oh, hang on. Hello. Hello, friends. Oh, you don't want to charge us in the back now all of a sudden? Too many flamethrowers and pikes? I didn't think so. Bye. Thanks for coming. Go find something else to do. Anyway, Imperial Pikes. Top veterancy line, prima facie, which means on the face of it, looks to be the best, because it's advance orientated. You get an advanced speed boost, you get an advanced damage boost, and of course you get the double hit at the top of the end line. Something, hang on, I'm just going to save this. I don't think he's going to build it, but at least if I do this, he won't get hit by an archer or something like that and stunned out of his build. Nothing to protect. I'll just wait for the heal countdown and then I'll go do something else. So yeah, and the double hit on the top line of the Imperial Pike Guard veterancy is double hit, but that doesn't work for the advanced skill. It only works for the brace skill. It actually might work in the loose dispersed formation too. I haven't tested that. I haven't seen anything about it. But certainly it doesn't work on advance. So you got to ask yourself, what are the Imperial Pike Guard used for? They have one use, right? They stop cavalry or flatten units. And then you want to recycle them and reuse them as many times as possible. So it makes a lot of sense to go to the bottom veterancy line, which at the end of it gives you plus 20% bonus to all defenses, and that's absolutely great. And you tank them up with some doctrines and things like that to give extra health and extra defense, and you're just going to be super tough, like these ones are. And look at this, we have another customer. Why he's coming in here, I don't know. Are you going to run away? No, you're going to suicide. All right then, no problem. He's going to kill someone on the side. What are our team doing? Shoot him! Shoot him! Support me! Thank you guys, appreciate it. And straight back to the point. And as you can see, we lost, what did we lost? Maybe 10 there. And you're welcome, team, by the way. We lost maybe 10 there, but we've still got the bulk of the unit left, and they're certainly still strong and usable at this point. So we killed a unit of shields, we've killed a unit of cavalry, and we've made another unit of cavalry run away. So far, you know, what have I got? Stuff all kills, right? But do you want the guy with heaps of kills, or do you want the guy that stops you 3 times from getting charged in the rear with cavalry and shields? You tell me. Just going to have to lurk a little bit here. There's not much I can do for those guys. Oh, look, more customers. We're only going to get a partial charge on them, so I'm going to have to use my ult because we won't get out in time. But here we go. They're not coming in, and then we'll just ult these other guys, so it stops their charge too. So that's what, 4 rear charges now we've stopped. Let's kill this guy, make sure he doesn't get away. Stabby, 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 stabby. And of course, because we're bottom veterancy line, we didn't even lose one in that little advance. What we got here? A little heal for everybody. We'll slap this guy so he can't escape. No, he can't escape. He used his charge skill, just as I would if I'd used my Clash of Shared skill if I got stunned and had to make an escape. So good on him. He's not as dumb as he looks. And believe me, you look pretty dumb when you're carrying them all into battle. You know, have you noticed how the Maul symbol looks a lot like a crutch? Nah, I'm just kidding. If you play Maul and you love it, you just go for it, man. I'm just getting on the train, you know. It's no problem at all if you want to use a crutch. I mean, Maul. Slip of the tongue, honest. Then, you know, they have a lot of disadvantages too. They're big, dumb, and slow. So, especially things like Puppies, crossbow, or gunners just destroy Mauls, so they have to be a little bit careful. Like any class, they have a lot of weaknesses, but they are certainly the meta hero. Alright, a minute 40, I'm just going to bring the guys over here and sit on the point. Although I'm kind of reconsidering the wisdom of this now that there's a bunch of Puppies crossbows. Oh, go away. Roll under him. There we are. Missed me with your grab this time, didn't you? Oh, there we go. What was I just saying? What was I just saying about Puppies crossbows? Just devastated him in one volley. So I'm getting a little bit nervous about the rear charge again, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm just trying to make myself closer than the stalwarts there, so that the Puppies will... What? No, come over here, guys. Nah, that was a mistake. I'm going to lose a couple for that. Oh, never mind. We only got a minute left. And it doesn't look like it doesn't look like we're going to lose this one. I say we're pretty sorted. We have just lost 5 of the unit here though. Ask our team to join us, and look, more victims. Oh, what's that? 5 units now that we either destroyed or repelled. Straight into brace, boys. Oh, do you see the brace there? How they braced in odd directions? That's because I started them in that circle formation. As soon as they brace, they'll drop into the direction they were facing before they started their advance. So do keep that in mind. I use that nice tight formation to move them around, but often when I'm doing the advance, especially against infantry blocks and things, I'll spread them into the one formation first. Hello, sir. Oh, I missed him. And a few cavalry to round the game out with the last 10 seconds. Do some bad things for Mr. There we go. Nice cheeky kill in the last 6 seconds of the game. Oh, I forgot what I was saying about the Imperial Pikes and the brace. Oh yes, so I use the one formation and then they'll all brace facing forwards. Not always practical for moving them around. Now look at this. 53 troops killed and 600 odd thousand damage. Coutiliers got 1, Imperial Pike only got 14. Most of them were cavalry, of course. But look, you know, look at our stats. Look at our terrible stats. Apart from damage taken, we took a lot of damage. But you tell me, would you rather a guy with a massive score, with 100 kills, or do you want the guy with the Imperial Pikes and the Forte Pikes, whatever you've got going on, doing some real work, protecting the rear charge there? There was what, 3 units of cavalry, 1 unit of shields, and 1 unit of halberdiers. Halberdiers, we sort of killed a few. The shields we flattened. We killed 2 entire units of cavalry, and we drove another unit of cavalry off. Sure, we got a bad score, but how much did we contribute to the team? I would go so far as to say that was probably a key thing that led to our victory. Can you imagine getting multiple rear charged? We would have been done. It would have been a loss. So really, I feel quite confident that we contribute absolutely tons to our game. And just like in the shield videos, it's a really thankless task, But anyway, hope you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the video. Thanks for coming to the channel.
Hey guys, Knight here. Thanks for watching my videos. I make these in my spare time for a bit of fun, so hopefully you learned something or you just enjoyed watching. It would really help me out if you would subscribe and like my videos. See you on the battlefield.